Alright, that settles that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the small final, the third place match of the Spring NASCAR Cup 2024. I'm your host for tonight, Deft, and we are about to bear witness to a absolutely colossal match between two incredible teams who have fought all the way here through the qualification match, unfortunately losing in their respective Division 1 semifinals, and now meeting here to decide the third place of the SNC 2024. These teams are StormChasers and FKX Platinum, the surprise of the SNC. And we have 10 absolutely amazing players on the server tonight, 6 of which will drive at any one time. We have a map pack to die for here at the end of it all. It is going to be an absolute spectacle in every sense of the word between these two teams, as we are simply mere minutes away from starting this match. It's only going to be about 3 to 4 more minutes. The teams will get all the players into the server. And we'll get going. So what you're seeing here on your screen is Jigsaw by Focus. This is going to be the last map of the evening. This is going to be the decider that settles the score between these two teams. But the first map of the evening, and the one we will begin the match with, will be the next one, which will be City of Evil by Stakey. One of the most interesting maps we've seen all SNC long, with a very, very interesting platform element that is definitely going to pose a challenge to the players in a way that they simply haven't been tested before up until now. Practically speaking, though, the map you're seeing in front of you, we will also analyze in more detail when the players are actually ready to play it, but this map will be a phenomenal test of skill for the end of the evening when the players are already low on focus, tired, already stressed out from so many played rounds, and then they have this particular map to contend with, a map which requires supreme precision, excellent selection skills. You have to really pick the right racing line, you have to stick to it, and you have to turn in at the perfect time. An incredibly difficult test of skill, where there is very little to separate the top Daddy 1 and Daddy 30, but in real match conditions, this map just gets a whole new layer of complexity. The players are just warming up. The match hasn't started yet, obviously. When it does, I will let you know. Yeah. These two teams have both had incredibly interesting journeys to make their way here. FKX Platinum, who ended up sniping PNE Orange to the 4th place in the final Division 1 place, 4th place by 1 point after 3 qualifying events, 2011 points to 2010, and who then put up a valiant effort against PNE Blue, losing 17 to 28. Despite their best efforts, it was simply not enough. Try as they might, they lost in the end. As who has this horn? I'm so annoyed by it. On the other side, though, we have StormChasers, and the StormChasers is a team which I feel definitely could have aimed even higher than the 3rd place match. If you remember, after the first qualifying event, it was actually StormChasers who took 2nd place and who were tied on points with Power Rangers, but as the time attack and endurance events went on and PNE Blue mounted their comeback, they were simply unable to catch up to Power Rangers and were overtaken by PNE Blue to be relegated to 3rd place. Still, StormChasers put up an incredible match effort against Power Rangers. And it needs to be said that in the interviews, we also heard from some Power Rangers players that they were much more afraid of facing StormChasers because of the pure skill that exists on that particular team, where every single person in any roster you can pick between these 5 players just absolutely incredible. Hello, hello. Yes, I did cut my hair. It was right about time. Listen, I'm going to somebody's one of my friends is getting married. I need to look presentable at their wedding. Uh all in all though, it's actually really interesting that you're popping up in chat because I was just mentioning that in your interview after the result of the qualifying matches, you did mention that StormChasers was definitely going to be the more difficult matchup. Ultimately, StormChasers didn't manage to beat Power Rangers, but here in the third place match, I would say they still have slight favorite status, if only because it's really, really hard to find a version of StormChasers, any combination of three players, which is really going to suffer on any of these maps, really. I think their consistency is speaks for itself. But enough about that, enough about all of the pre-match preparations. Ladies and gentlemen, we are skipping to the first map of the evening. And this small final, this third place match to see which is the last podium team of the 2024 Spring NASCAR Cup is going to get underway. And I think we couldn't have picked a better map pack to finish it on. And I think between these 10 players, we are going to be treated to something absolutely spectacular. If these teams were both close against Power Rangers and Peony Blue respectively, can you imagine a direct match between these two teams? I think that this is going to be something completely spectacular. But enough about the expectations on the players, because the players themselves are nervous enough, especially if they're listening. The players are already going to have enough of a challenge with this map pack, so let's focus on the map pack itself. First map of the evening, City of Evil, by Stakey himself, the legend, and this map has a very interesting element that's going to pose a practical challenge for the players. So between all of the maps that we've seen this Primetime Cup, we've had various maps that tested the players' technical capabilities. We've had maps that have challenged the players' ability to pick risk and reward. And this map is just something completely different. This map is a mixture of everything. This first corner, which can just barely be done full speed on lap number 1, but which has to be accurately released on lap number 2. Heading into a section which, again, should be pretty familiar to the players. I don't expect to see a lot of risk here, but this is where the fun begins. As we wind into this slow platform ascent, which then goes into another very narrow platform 180 to finish the lap. I think this is going to be the element that really sets the players apart, because the rest of the lap, other than this beginning here where a lot of speed can be lost with an imprecise release or turn-in, I think there's not a lot of other places on the map where you can gain a significant amount of speed. Realistically, you're only going to be losing things here. I know the origin of the names. I think one of them was literally called Avenged Sevenfold, and City of Evil is one of their albums, I think, or at least a single from an album. I think it was them, wasn't it? Avenged Sevenfold. As yeah, speaking of music choices, some people have already, you know, prepared their horns with something completely different. And yeah, one more warm-up left. So this map, I think, is going to be super interesting because there is very little to separate the players on this map. I think especially these Division 1 players, the differences between them, if we take a look at the Daddy records before we begin the map, look at this, 118.3 to 118.6, and there's already 5 players. Probably the players that will actually play for their respective teams in this match. And yeah, in fact, I believe, if I'm reading this correctly, 8 of the 10 players have a strong daddy on this map. So we're going to see how much of that pace they found in practice they're going to be able to unwind. And here you see Goro. Here you see how that platform ascent can really mess you up. If you're trying to carry a lot of speed in it, you might get some unwanted airtime, which is going to bleed precious tenths of a second. The other thing that you have to be careful of is the jump into the start-finish line. If you try to take it at an incline, you might end up kissing the start-finish line with the nose of your car and waving your round goodbye. Plenty of risk still to be found, but again, That one platform ascent is really going to be what sets the players apart here and now. Practically speaking, though, it's going to be very interesting to see which players the teams pick for this map, because this map does have a little bit of a non-standard element if you compare it to something like Jigsaw at the end of the evening. Definitely a more unorthodox map, so maybe we'll see. Maybe Kanzaka makes his appearance tonight for FKX Platinum, and we'll see also who StormChasers choose to field, because as you remember, they have the guest stars of Raptor and Valmara. Two players previously of FRT and Bros, two incredibly strong players. But there will be no more secrets, no more speculation. We are about to see it all unfold here and now. The players have prepared for this. They've been fighting for this for 4 to 5 weeks, and this is where they sit down to play. And we see that the 3-man roster for StormChasers will be Focus, Raptor, and Devil. And my prediction does come true. Kanzaka will be playing for FKX Platinum, thanks to the platform section of this map, flanked by the 2 stars of Goro and Casper. Incredible pace. But we'll see what happens right now, as look at this. Kanzaka and Devil actually taking the initial first corner much faster than everybody else, and opening up a 0.2 of a second lead just from that first corner. The ability to take it full speed in lap 1 if you do it well. Oh, Goro, that's a little bit of airtime, and a little bit of airtime at a match of this high level is going to cost you several positions. Now Devil has to release because he misjudged the corner, and suddenly Kanzaka is in the lead. Ladies and gentlemen, not only is he playing, he is currently class of the field in a field of incredibly strong NASCAR players. They navigate the beginning of the second lap successfully, and Kanzaka maintaining first place, but now under a strong attack by Raptor, and now that Casper has fallen behind, Devil and Goro, Kanzaka and Raptor with Focus flanking them from the back. StormChasers look to have a little bit of an advantage, but oh no, that's Devil out of the round, but Raptor has overtaken Kanzaka, and now Focus is threatening to overtake Goro, but Goro, oh no, Goro misjudged, and Focus picks the correct line. It's a red round thanks to Focus's snipe in the final corner. Judges the corner a little bit better than Goro, and Kanzaka ultimately loses by 0.07 of a second to Raptor, who puts in an immediate 1:18. So those are already some deadly times at the top. Really well done from all the players, and such a close round, 10 points to 11. Only one position would have made all the difference. But it is indeed StormChasers who will take the first round, powered by Raptor's carry performance and Focus's timely snipe. And look at this, that first corner already making the difference. This time it is Kanzaka who has to slightly release. Slight misjudgment, but a misjudgment which will cost you 0.2 of a second in a match at this level. That can mean that can mean everything. Already 2 rounds in, and I am speechless because look at the level of action. Oh no, Focus completely misjudges, takes so much airtime, and now Kanzaka is threatening him, while at the front of the field, the 4-way battle between Devil and Raptor versus Goro and Casper rages on. Into the beginning of the second lap, all 4 of them navigating these turns super smoothly. Who has the best release timing? Who has the best turning timing? Nothing to separate these players. Now Casper with just a smidgen more speed will be trying to take the position from Raptor, while Goro defends, while Devil breaks out into 0.1 of a second lead. Oh, this is quite the map, and behind, don't forget about this battle. Kanzaka and Focus, these points are super valuable. Who judges the platform turn better? I think Focus has just a smidgen more speed. This can decide everything at the end of it all. What is happening in front of us? Casper, Goro, who judged the corner better? Raptor with a timely snipe, and in the end, Focus finishes ahead of Kanzaka. It's going to be another round for StormChasers. Raptor with 2 consecutive super high level performances. 118.98 followed by a 119.02. What a level of performance from the star of Bros, of FRT, and now starring for StormChasers. What a performance. Oh no, Casper misjudges, touches with the inside Ramstein. That's a big mistake for FKX Platinum. They're going to be facing a big disadvantage in this round thanks to this. Focus only makes a very small release. We'll see what happens now. StormChasers with a prime opportunity to take a 3rd consecutive round and immediately break out to a strong lead against FKX Platinum, living up to their status as favorites heading into tonight. But FKX Platinum not to be underestimated by any means. Underestimation is what cost PNE Orange their spot in Division 1. And look at this, Kanzaka and Goro, 2 mistakes. 2 clips of the outside Rammstein sent Devil and Focus out of the round. Raptor nowhere to be seen, and look at this. Kanzika and Goro. Now with the first 2 positions, Casper, who? Doesn't matter. 2 players is all they need, but no! No, Goro touches the outside Rammstein, does not realize the gravity of the situation, and now Kanzika cannot possibly defend. He can finish first all he wants, but it doesn't matter. What a mistake from Goro. That is going to hurt. That was a round in your pocket. Kanzika with an incredible 119.03, but StormChasers take the 3rd consecutive round. FKX Platinum are going to be regretting this. This is not the kind of round you can let StormChasers have. If you give them a free point, they're going to take it 100% of the time. You cannot afford to mess around with a team of this level of quality. And StormChasers are in the lead right now. 14 points for Raptor, Focus Devil at 11. Kanzika with 12 needs to be shouted out. But look at the pace. The pace between all of these players, absolutely splendid. 118.9 to 119.1 is 5 players. What a spectacular beginning to this match, but it is definitely FKX Platinum who are on the back foot, thanks to some snipes and now some mistakes, as Goro will touch the inside, trying to take as much speed as possible, but unfortunately, the only thing he's going to be taking is tire damage from hitting the wall, and now Kanzika is out while Casper's behind. 4th consecutive round on the trot for StormChasers, as they are currently have 3 players in the top 3 positions. An ace on the cards. Casper trying to prevent it. Devil will make a mistake. And now Raptor and Focus defending, but FKX Platinum was in a similar position last round and they threw it away. Will StormChasers make the same mistake? Yet to be seen. StormChasers, a team with many players known for their consistency, known for their focus, pun intended. And Raptor and Focus will not make a single mistake as they finish off the round in style. 119.1, 119.2. And despite the fact that Devil finishes last, there is nothing to be found. 4-0. StormChasers off to a commanding advantage. And Raptor and Focus. Raptor with 20 points. What a carry performance from the legend himself. He's been competing in this SNC small finals and grand finals for years. He is no stranger to the big stage, and currently he's converting his experience advantage absolutely magnificently. FKX Platinum unable to keep up. The first time that they are competing for a podium spot in the SNC. Small amount of stage jitters, although Kanzika has come extremely well prepared, and although Goro and Casper have the pace, the consistency, simply not at the same level. Now they are facing Devil, formerly an FKX superstar, now playing on various Dream Team and StormChasers rosters. Casper with a small airtime mistake, but this round, enough about StormChasers' greatness, because FKX Platinum don't care how great you are, they're going to take names. If you give them a chance, they're going to convert, and right now it is actually Raptor who is quite far behind. But look at this, 3 people releasing from 6th place to 2nd place. Are you seeing this? Raptor breaking 4 overtakes in the span of 1 corner. Oh my god. What an absolute majestic corner from the legend. SNC winning caliber, and now what is going to happen with this round? If Goro manages to defend the 1st place, I still think it's an FKX Platinum round, and it is. 1st round on the board, FKX Platinum, but Raptor tried his hardest to convert that. Oh my god, that overtake. And Goro now, 118.92. 2nd fastest time so far on this map. And FKX Platinum, they get the 1st point on the board. They could have had more, but unfortunately unable to do it. And now look at this, Raptor 25 points, but Devil only 13 points. Not what I would have expected starting this evening. Devil off to an actually really bad start points-wise, despite having the best pace of the field. The fastest round so far has been by Devil, but he is currently tied for the lowest amount of points. And they are going to need Devil to step up in case Raptor goes cold. They need that star performance because FKX Platinum have incredibly strong players. They can never be underestimated. You can never let them get away. But unfortunately, not in this round, as Kanzika touches the wall and Casper had to release. Goro being tailed and now overtaken by Raptor, meaning that StormChasers have a strong lead in this round, looking for the 5th point on this map. And unless FKX Platinum can begin mounting a comeback, this map can be over very, very quickly. It seems that the technical details of this map were just much more expertly navigated by StormChasers. Many fewer mistakes in terms of airtime, and Raptor with a spectacular time. Goro with another 118.9, 2 in a row. Very well done. But unfortunately, not enough to curtail it as Raptor, 31 points. Raptor is absolutely styling on the enemy right now, as no member of FKX is even able to catch up to Focus, and then Raptor has 8 additional points on top of that. What a superstar performance. What a carry. Always there when his teams need him. So much experience, so much raw pace. A player that absolutely cannot be praised enough. And I think that was Kanzika touching the wall with his rear right wheel. He's going to be out of the round and leaving Goro and Casper to fend off an absolutely fearsome StormChasers team. As what was that by Focus? Trying to swing right to take a bit of a more stable line. Doesn't manage to catch up in pace significantly to the players ahead of him. Casper, a little bit unstable, outside into inside Ramstein and out of the round. But now Raptor touches the outside Ramstein. However, there is no FKX player left to intercept the mistake and to regain the position, meaning the Devil and Focus still have a big advantage. Goro defending, but there is nobody on his team able to keep up unless something changes in the very last corner. This is going to be map point for StormChasers. As Devil's even looking to snipe him at the end. Will Devil be able to do it? Yes, he will. Perfectly judges the final corner for an incredibly impressive 118.9. And that is map point StormChasers. And Yuki, thank you so much for your support. Thank you. And yeah, hopefully that will prevent the caster curse. Thank you once again. But let's get back into the action. The players deserve our full attention because look at the level that they are showcasing for us right now. Raptor doing an incredible job. 34 points. Goro and Focus tied on 27. Devil has recovered a little bit on 23. But that's a preemptive caster curse because Devil's out of the round, meaning that FKX Platinum have an incredible opportunity to deny the first map point conversion. And now Kanzika managing to recover. He had a little bit too little speed heading into that corner, but impressive usage of the break. Manages to stabilize while his teammates Goro and Casper have an overwhelming advantage in this round. StormChasers look like they have nothing to say for themselves in this round. And FKX Platinum looking to deny the map point at the first time of asking, but they need to realize that they have to finish safe. And look at what Raptor's doing. He was carrying a lot of speed, but he loses all of that speed. But Goro loses all of his speed, but I think Focus behind him made a similar mistake. But no, Focus is actually overtaking him. This can still go awry if something happens at the front. Casper needs to finish this round to put a personal best on the board. He here needs to do very well for his team. Kanzika cannot afford to make any sort of mistake. This round is still not decided as Goro might still end up being overtaken at the end. Devil, such a risky line. Will he be able to do anything about it? No, he won't. FKX Platinum denied a map point at first time of asking to notch down their second. Powered by Casper's personal best of 119.11. And now we have all 6 players between 118.8 and 119.1. All 6 players posted a Dedi in live rounds. Spectacular level, but the consistency has definitely been on the side of StormChasers, leveraging their experience to beat FKX Platinum quite comprehensively on the first map so far, but it isn't over yet. StormChasers need to bring it across the finish line. They need to win one more round to seal this map away, and FKX Platinum are going to do everything in their power to deny it to them. 6 players within 0.2 of a second, the level incredibly high. What a map to begin the small final, ladies and gentlemen. What a masterpiece. All 6 players. Subtle differences that make all of the difference in the end. Skill expression through the roof. A masterpiece by Stiko, who will be driving this himself in the grand final, which we will be taking a look at tomorrow in a duo cast between myself and Ramavik. Don't miss that. And right now, what we are missing is FKX Platinum, because with Goro's small release and Kanzika still being in 5th place, it looks like StormChasers are sealing this one away. We're going to see if anything can happen in the end, but Devil and Raptor, if you think about these two players, consistency, name of the game, to pair with their star pace and with Focus anchoring them in 4th place. Nothing more to be said. That's an incredible time from Devil. 118.7, the fastest we've seen so far. 7-2. StormChasers. Huge win on map number 1. With 44 points by Raptor. What a carry performance. And look at this. All 3 players of StormChasers ahead of all 3 players of FKX. That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign if ever I've seen one. Raptor with 44, Focus with 33, Devil with 30, tied with Goro, ahead of Casper and Kanzika with 26. And Kanzika started out very strong. Kanzika with an admirable performance, as a reminder. A player mostly known for his incredible full-speed prowess, but also showing that he is capable of hanging in a SNC 3rd place match. What a showing from Kanzika, but unfortunately not enough, as Goro and Casper beaten by Focus and Devil and Raptor class of the field. The difference in the end. And that's map number 1. We're moving to map number 2, Roller Funk by Willy Gamer. And FKX Platinum left to wonder, how will they be able to recover? They've been dealt a huge blow. And this map, definitely not one for the faint of heart. They're going to need to break out their absolute fullest concentration, 100% of their pace, to overhaul StormChasers on this one. Let's take a look at the players warming up to see what challenges await them on this map. Here we have a set of incredibly narrow corners to start off the lap. Incredible precision required. Judicious application of the accelerator pedal into this incredibly interesting transition, almost like a full-speed map for a moment, heading into another set of pretty narrow turns for the players to navigate, where again, release timing is everything. You need to release at the most opportune moment, or you're going to miss the next corner, or you're going to lose a lot of speed. Heading into a narrow turn into yet another platform section to finish off the lap. Another interesting transition where you're going to try not to get a bug and not to have unwarranted airtime to stabilize for these narrow corners at the beginning of the lap. In my opinion, the beginning of the lap, definitely the place to look out for here, because these corners are so difficult to navigate precisely. You're going to want to release just a little bit more, just to ensure you're not touching these Ramsteins, not sliding out, losing maybe 10 to 15 speed, but that can compound into a 2 to 3 tenth of a second advantage. And in Division 1, with 6 players of this level of skill on the server, this can decide everything. Absolutely no margin for error, and yet a map which requires incredible finesse and precision. If the last map was a surprise, this map isn't a surprise, it is a gauntlet. We will see how well equipped the players are to handle it. Daddy Records, look at this. StormChasers, Daddy 8, Daddy 10, and Daddy 13. Kanzika actually the fastest FKX player in raw pace. Would you believe that? But he's done so well on map number 1, I can absolutely believe him doing well again, and maybe even playing for the 2nd map in a row. These kinds of elements, something that can suit Kanzika really well. Maybe he has some sort of secret technique that these players may not be privy to that will give him the advantage he needs to measure up. Yuki as well with a good time. Goro and Casper, look, there's only 2 to 3 tenths of a second separating the deadies of these players. All of them have elite level pace. All of them know how this map should be driven. But can they put a round together, round after round, on a map which requires an inhuman level of precision to drive at the highest possible level? I am looking forward to finding out with you. Thank you to all 20 plus of you for tuning in to this spectacular match. It has been very high level so far, and we're hoping that high level will continue. We will see if the teams choose to make any substitutions for map number 2. But right now, StormChasers on a 7-2 advantage, thanks to Raptor's absolutely superstar performance on map number 1. Demolishing everybody in the field, while Focus and Devil have defended strongly against their FKX counterparts. And although FKX Platinum have been the surprise of the tournament, a team with incredible potential, right now, the consistency has been lacking for them, and they are looking to find the roster that can take it to StormChasers. As this horn is going to drive me absolutely insane. I don't know who has this, but I'm tempted to ask them to stop. This is incredibly irritating. But enough about the horns. The horns are going to be used to demoralize the other players. The warm-ups are over, ladies and gentlemen. Map number 2 of the evening about to begin. Roller Funk by Willy Gamer. An absolutely incredibly challenging test of your ability to perform under pressure. And we will see how the players cope under that pressure, as FKX, not only do they have the pressure of, for the first time, playing in a small final, but they have the pressure of getting comprehensively beaten on map number 1, where it felt like, although their players all had the pace, they did not have the answer for the consistency of StormChasers. And they're looking to find that answer now, because if they don't find it soon, it may be too late. Let's take a look at the rosters. Kanzika stays in, Yuki and Lucky Shot in, Casper and Goro out. Storm substituting in for Focus, Raptor and Devil staying in. Storm, a PTC finalist, an SNC winner with Pots, and a PTC finalist in the TM 2020 edition, where he was unfortunately beaten to the finish by Dopamine. An incredible player that we haven't seen in a while, and let's see how he compares in this incredibly high-stakes match. Playing safe so far, Devil out to the lead, but everything to play for in this round, all 6 players, very competitive. Kanzika doing a great job. Raptor, huge mistake. The transition claims the first victim of the evening, and FKX Platinum need to seize this opportunity. They cannot let themselves lose to just Devil and Storm. Raptor is nowhere. He will not be competing in this round. He might not even finish it depending on the time the respawn costs him. Yuki and Lucky Shot now put to the test. Freshly subbed in, hopefully well warmed up, as Kanzika is still behind Storm and Devil keeps them at bay. They need to maintain their positions in order to keep the round. If any of them lose their position, then they will also lose the round regardless of Raptor's mistake. Heading now into the end. They have to navigate it well. Storm is too far away to challenge the 2 at the top. They need to reach the finish line safely. Will they do it? Yes, they will. Point. FKX Platinum first on the board. They take point number 1 on this map, and it's now 3-7, the overall score. And a 129.4 by Devil needs to be shouted out. That is a deady time. Lucky Shot not too far away. Rest of the players taking it a little bit safer, and that's exactly what I am saying. On this map, the time that you can gain by risking it through these corners, by having that picture-perfect timing in the beginning of the lap, so much time to be gained. But can you really trust yourself to risk that much in a small final when your team is counting on you, when the pressure is on you, when everybody's watching you? All eyes on you in the highest pressure situation possible in NASCAR as a whole. Can you trust yourself? Kanzika cannot. He buckles under the pressure, and that is a significant mistake, which is going to put him and his team well and truly out of contention unless Yuki and Lucky Shot can perform a miracle. Raptor, Storm, and Devil now closely packed. What a fearsome trio. Storm may be playing a little bit safer than the others, but he realizes what he has to do when Devil and Raptor are this fired up. I don't think it matters where you finish as long as it isn't last place. Storm, however, falling now behind Lucky Shot, and you see the differences in trajectory between the players in these beginning corners of the lap. So much room for skill expression and finesse. The skill ceiling through the roof on this map. Willy Gamer outdoing himself in the offer time, 129.0. Players are actually lapping almost half a second slower, if not more, than the offer time. And almost a second slower than Daddy 1, just because it is so difficult to nail these things. Well, the pressure is on you, and now look at this. Yuki and Lucky Shot. Lucky Shot and Storm will fight to the finish line. It is Lucky Shot who wins, but not enough. Because of Kanzika's mistake, they are not able to convert this lead into a round, and they will lose by 1 point. They will lose by 1 point in the end. Kanzika reaches the finish line, and StormChasers equalize. Overall score 8-3, and a second consecutive round win for Devil, who just did a round 0.02 of a second slower than his personal best. I want to shout that out. Devil's personal best, 129.12. That round, a 129.14. That is a deady 14 in live rounds. Devil was asleep on the first map. He's not asleep now. He is putting the fear of God into FKX Platinum. Do they have the pace to respond? Yet to be found. Round number 3 begins. The pressure has never been higher. This map, absolutely merciless. No room for error. Every release, significantly punished. You could not ask for a better grand final, small final map if you tried to. And Devil now. Caster Cursed will make a mistake. FKX Platinum in prime opportunity to capitalize. The only person currently defending the lead is Storm. Storm, the player who is arguably the weakest in terms of pace. FKX Platinum need to convert this point. They must convert this point. They are not in a position to let this one slip. They navigate the first turns expertly, still keeping Raptor behind them and keeping Storm close by. They need to keep it the way it is if they want to win the round. Lucky Shot now breaking into the lead. Lots of raw pace in hand. Kanzika risking everything for the outside Ramstein. Arguably not a necessary risk. Raptor now catching up with the players and Storm still in second place. This can still unravel for FKX Platinum, although they have the overwhelming advantage. Yuki will now overtake Storm. Yuki with a lot of pace in hand for this final corner. Will he be able to take the transition with all of this speed? Yes, he will. He'll take the round as well. 3 overtakes in the span of just a couple of corners. Kanzika comes home in 5th. Very good round from Yuki and Lucky Shot, beating Raptor and Storm to the finish line by 1/10 of a second and taking the lead in this map. 2-1 now. FKX Platinum, overall score 4-8. 4-8. FKX Platinum need to keep winning if they want to stay competitive. They need to stabilize. They need to get into this match and show StormChasers that they will not back down, that they will give them no free points. If Devil makes another mistake like that, you will bet FKX Platinum are going to take that round. That's why they need to be saying to themselves right now. But right now, that was a little bit of an iffy start from a couple of players. Did they successfully make it through the beginning stages? Yes, they did by Kanzika. A lot of pace lost and no, Storm, he respawns at the start. FKX Platinum with the opportunity of a lifetime, but what is this? Yuki has made a mistake, Lucky Shot is behind and Kanzika is behind, and actually, despite the fact that Storm has made a mistake, it is actually StormChasers who lead the round because nobody is there to punish. Lucky was risking everything with that outside Ramstein. He could have touched the wall so easily. Look at the amount of risk Lucky Shot is taking in order to catch up. He realizes how dire the situation is because nobody from FKX Platinum is actually there to punish the first 2 positions. Look at the amount of risk they're going to try to take. Lucky Shot, look at how close he's driving these lines. Look at the amount of pace he has in hand. He's trying to claw this back, and he has to claw it back. He has to be the hero for his team, or they will lose the round despite Storm's massive mistake. Yuki's made a massive mistake. This is terrible. A free point completely falling by the wayside for FKX Platinum. A free point falling to the wind because Devil and Raptor are insurmountable in this round, but Devil touches the wall. Lucky risking everything at the end, but it's still not enough. Lucky has to complete the overtake if he wants to finish the round. Who will reach the finish line first? It will be Raptor, but who reaches the finish line in 3rd place? Kanzika snipes Devil. Devil, that mistake cost him the round. That mistake cost him the round because Kanzika comes home in 3rd. That's a point for FKX Platinum. That was almost disastrous, but they do keep it together, and they do take another point. They lead 3-1 now. Overall score 5-8. Ladies and gentlemen, the excitement is through the roof. Look at what the players are putting on for us now. What a show. What a show indeed. Lucky Shot now in the lead of the map with 19 points. Yuki with 17. This is what FKX Platinum wanted to see. This is what they need. Kanzika with 9, only 1 point behind Storm. Absolutely incredible. The players are driving at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and yes, I am talking at 1,000,000 words per minute, trying to do justice to what is happening on the screen in front of me. This is an absolute spectacle. And it needs to be covered appropriately. And now, look at this. Devil makes a mistake. Raptor is nowhere to be seen. FKX Platinum, their fortunes have completely turned. They looked out of sorts on map number 1. They looked like none of their players had an answer to StormChasers, but now they have all of the answers to StormChasers. They have found the winning formula, and they are looking to convert the round. No! No! Caster Cursed. Kanzika will make a crash. How much will that crash cost him? That's the question. Will Devil be able to overtake him? I don't think he will. So this round, still everything to play for. But Yuki and Lucky Shot need to realize what just happened. If they are talking to Kanzika right now, they need to know that he has crashed. Storm still flirting with that second place. Round still not over. Lucky Shot needs to finish it safely. No room left for risk, but Lucky Shot has a lot of speed. Storm is judging the corner just a little bit, and that's a victory song and a half as they reach the finish line. Yuki in a 1:29.47. What a time. Deddy 30, and that's a 4th round on the trot. The 4th round on the trot for FKX Platinum, and suddenly, ladies and gentlemen, 6-8, 6-8 the overall score. FKX Platinum are almost equalizing. StormChasers, what has happened? The dominant team from map number 1 that was punishing every mistake FKX Platinum made are now themselves making uncharacteristic mistakes. The consistency gone. Raptor, the leader of map number 1, now only relegated to 16 points. Their fortunes have changed. Roller Funk, what a map. So much demanded of the players, and you would think that on a map that demands this much, after getting beaten on map number 1 quite hard, you would think that FKX Platinum wouldn't have the mental fortitude. You would think that they wouldn't have the consistency to pull it out and to start scoring points, but they do, and Devil's gone again! Outside Ramstein, he meets his fate, he's touched the wall, Kanzika will now be in 5th place, and again FKX, they have the consistency on this map, they have the pace advantage, and they're looking to score! Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an equal match if this continues. StormChasers, this is a meltdown. They bring in the PGC finalist of Storm, a member of FUTS, an SNC winner himself, and not only does that not increase their winning chances, they are actually losing round after round after round. Ladies and gentlemen, what has happened? Yuki and Lucky Shot, however, they do need to make sure that they bring this round home safe. Yuki needs to realize that he's in a very high-risk position. Oh, that was an outside Ramstein and a half, but Yuki navigates it with so much confidence. Where does he find this confidence from, and what is this pace by Yuki? That is a 129.1! Oh my lord, Daddy 15 time from Yuki to nail yet another round, and FKX Platinum are absolutely destroying StormChasers. They are 1 point away in the overall score, 7-8 and 5-1 on this map. I can't believe my eyes. StormChasers, they vanished. FKX are the Storm that is approaching in this particular case. Lucky Shot and Yuki with 29 points, shining brightest after getting subbed in for map number 2. Oh my god. And although Kanzika has 13 points, he's still finishing ahead of certain StormChasers players in these rounds. That's the critical thing. He doesn't need to be winning rounds if StormChasers players are making significant mistakes. He's been doing enough for his team, and he did well on map number 1 as well. And again, he is in prime position to capitalize from a mistake, this time by Storm. Again, FKX Platinum, they can possibly win 5 consecutive rounds, but what has happened now? Oh my lord, FKX Platinum, 2 players gone from the round. Yuki and Lucky Shot from the first place in the points now make significant mistakes, and Devil and Raptor are now completely uncontested. But no, I called it too soon. Caster Curses this round, flying a million miles a minute. Oh my god, Kanzika inherits 2nd place. Suddenly the player that has been just looking behind other players is now in 2nd. Can he possibly await a mistake by Raptor? Will his patience receive the ultimate reward of a round win? I don't think it matters, because the mistakes by StormChasers were not big enough for any players from FKX Platinum to capitalize, and I think Kanzika has touched the wall. And no, at the end of it all, after everything that has happened, after a round with so much excitement, the first ace of the evening goes to StormChasers. Ace StormChasers to record their 2nd point on this round and break the 5-round winning streak of FKX Platinum. The streak is over. We're back into an even battle. Overall score currently, I believe the overall score is now 7-9. So StormChasers still leading 9-7 thanks to their first map performance, but FKX Platinum have tested them on this map. And what needs to happen now is FKX Platinum cannot step off the throttle. They need to keep the pressure up. They can't let players like Raptor and Devil warm up. They can't let them feel like they're back in the match. They have to keep the pressure on them mentally as well. With these high-level performances, they have to absolutely win the next 2 rounds in order to equalize the score, because map number 3 and 4 are also going to be very challenging. FKX cannot afford to lose this map now that they won 5 consecutive rounds. It's still anybody's round to play. 6 players, very even. 6 players, 6 trajectories. Look at what they're doing. And Lucky Shot is the one that surges into the advantage. But I think StormChasers might have a small advantage, as now Raptor is aggressively looking to curtail that. So much aggression from the players, but it's actually Lucky Shot who navigates this first corners so expertly. This very important part of the map. Raptor was risking so much on the outside Ramstein, but look at the speed advantage he carries because of it. Kanzika, however, defending, and so is Devil. This round still not decided. Lucky Shot, no! Outside Ramstein seals his fate, and suddenly StormChasers are into the lead. Oh no, Lucky. I think you could have let him have 1 to 2 more rejections for a second, but no. At the end of the day, Kanzika and Yuki looking for the last minute snipe. If Yuki can snipe this, this is still a round that can go the way of FKX Platinum. What will it be at the end? Yuki snipes, and actually, it is a blue round. 2 snipes at the end of it all. Oh my god. Yuki, out of nowhere, after we thought it was over, after we thought Lucky Shot's mistake was going to doom them in the end, no, it is actually FKX Platinum who get map point. They have the opportunity. If they convert this map point now, they are going to be completely equal heading into map number 3. They're going to be completely equal. FKX Platinum got dealt a 7-2 loss on the first map, and now they have the opportunity to deal a 7-2 loss to StormChasers on the second map. What in God's name is going on? Lucky Shot and Yuki, look at the space. Now Kanzik also competitive. Raptor misjudges the corner. FKX Platinum have the early advantage. At the first time of asking, FKX Platinum looking to convert the map point. What have Lucky Shot and Yuki been eating for breakfast today? Because look at their performance on this map. 36 points, 33 points, and the fastest round overall for Yuki. No, Lucky Shot. That was a misjudged transition. He will completely fly away. But now Kanzika is actually in second place and fighting for Devil. Wait a minute. This might not be over. Yuki and Kanzika are in a position to do the unthinkable. 2 players fighting against 3 StormChasers. They can still win. 5 players in 3/10 of a second. And I don't know, Storm and Raptor aren't anywhere, but no, Kanzika had a land bug or something similar. And although Yuki keeps the lead, I think this might be the end of it. Unfortunately, 2 mistakes, enough to put StormChasers back into the round. Kanzika, however, hold up. Don't count your chickens before they've hatched. If a StormChaser makes a mistake at the very end, maybe still something to think about. And although Yuki defends himself and Raptor, what was that at the end? StormChasers barely live to defend themselves. If Lucky Shot just made a slightly smaller mistake. This round, only defended by 1 point because Kanzika had a heroic effort and Yuki won yet another round. But it is StormChasers that will deny the map point at the first time of asking. Wow, the level of this small final is absolutely wonderful. I don't think I could have picked a better map pack if I tried to. This is the closest small final I might have ever casted. A spectacle, in every sense of the word. 6-3 now the score. Overall score, 8-10. So still, StormChasers have an advantage, but their advantage has been diminished. If FKX Platinum can win this round, there will barely be an advantage heading into map number 3. Still everything to play for, still completely undecided. At the second time of asking, will FKX Platinum find the consistency? Lucky Shot is leading the round again. Yuki is behind him again, and Kanzika has just overtaken Raptor and Storm. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a complete miracle. Kanzika, a guest that is an expert in full speed, has such clutch performances for his team. Only 4 points less on this map than a PTC finalist in Storm. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. FKX Platinum, this roster... We thought they couldn't beat Peony Orange to make Division 1. We thought that they couldn't beat Peony Blue. Then they took 17 points off them in a valiant defeat. And now, StormChasers. StormChasers have nothing to say about this. Devil isn't ahead of Yuki and Lucky Shot. Devil can fight until the finish, but it doesn't matter. Raptor and Storm are so far behind. All they have to do is finish, and FKX Platinum are going to win map number 2, and they're going to keep it within 1 point. They reach the finish line safely in a 129.2 and free, and FKX Platinum take map number 2. 7-3. Wow. What a performance from Yuki. 47 points. 129.1. The fastest time we've seen so far. The class of the field. Kanzika with 25 points. Lucky Shot second with 40 points. FKX Platinum. They dared to dream. And right now their dreams might just become a reality. They're on the cusp of equalizing the match against StormChasers. We have 2 maps left to go and only 1 point separating the teams. I am in absolute disbelief. Map number 3 coming up. Hybrid Fury by Blitza. Yet another absolute banger of a map. We will be going over what makes it tick right after the loading screen. Don't go anywhere. This match is delivering on every imaginable front. And would you believe it, ladies and gentlemen, FKX Platinum, who have several players, Casper, Goro, Yuki, masters of flat maps, they just won 7-3 to bring it to within 1 point. And what is map number 3? It's a flat map. It is a classic flat map where they have every opportunity to play to their skills. On this particular map, what is being tested is your accuracy, how well you can judge when to make the next corner. You are utilizing every available inch of space on the road. You are navigating between outside and inside Ramstein, trying to release a minimum. If you make even the smallest misjudgment, what happens to Raptor is gonna happen to you. You're gonna be in the wall, your team is gonna be out of the round. These very narrow 180 with an immediate turn into a 270. Not much to be said here. Have to maintain your speed into perfectly turning in before the outside ram to take full speed through the following sequence of corners. You're not going to be gaining any speed here. You're just going to be losing it. You have to maintain a perfect flow. It's like watching a skier drive a slalom at the highest speed. It's like watching a World Cup final right now. They have to navigate this with an absolutely perfect flow. Left, right, no room for error. And StormChasers, after the beating they just took, they might be rattled. They might be rattled, and FKX Platinum might be in a prime opportunity to capitalize. It's only 1 point between the teams, and FKX, Yuki, incredible player on flat maps. Casper, incredible player on flat maps. This match can go the distance. Let's take a look at the daddies. Yuki and Goro shared 7th fastest on the map. Only 12 hundredths of a second between them and Daddy 1, which is Panda. This is the flat prowess I'm talking about. But look at this. Storm, only 7 hundredths of a second behind. Balmara, Raptor, 1/10 of a second behind. Focus, 14 hundredths of a second behind them. Let me just make sure I'm counting that right. 9 of the 10 players on these two teams are within 2.5 tenths of a second in terms of their peak pace on this map. 9 out of 10 players. All 6 players that will be playing will probably be within 2 tenths of a second in terms of daddies. The level of competition. I've never seen a match this closely contested. I am so incredibly happy that it turned out this way. A match for the ages in every sense of the word. The players, they're gonna try to get that timing into them. It's so difficult to do this after 2 maps where you've been so excited, where you've been already tested so much, especially that last map where you had to already approach it with so much patience and so much precision. But now on this map, the margin for error is even lower than it was on the previous map, if you can even believe this. There is only one way you can take these corners, and that is perfectly. Because it's not just about taking the correct line. If you're missing a little bit of speed, if you just slightly change your turn timing, it's going to mess with your muscle memory. You're going to arrive at a slightly different angle into the following corner. Your flow has been ruined. You're going to be bleeding several tenths of a second, even though you made a small, imperceptible mistake. This is flat map Flap mapping at its absolute finest. You could not ask for something better. And the players are ready. Let's see what the rosters are for map number 3. Kanzika out, Goro in, Lucky Shot and Yuki stay, and it is, I believe, Devil out and Valmara in. Storm, Valmara, and Raptor, now the Bros Red team from 1 or 2 years ago, now competing under the StormChasers umbrella, and they will be looking to their French players, Valmara and Raptor, legends of the game. Raptor, an SNC winner in his own right, super high finisher in the PTC, they will be looking to them for redemption, and this is exactly what happens. You missed your timing once, and now look, his line for every subsequent corner has been compromised. He loses 5 positions even though he made a small mistake and controlled his car. This is how small the margin for error is on this particular map. There is nothing separating these players at this particular time. Sorry, I am turning down that horn. I don't want to listen to it again. I want to be watching this absolute masterclass, and as it stands, Lucky Shot and Yuki are in a position to win it all. Valmara currently defending. Valmara can defend it for StormChasers because Goro's small mistake, one small mistake in a corner, 1.5 lap ago is actually what ends up costing. No, Lucky Shot has sniped. It's a blue round by 100 of a second. Lucky Shot has sniped. At the end of it all, the final corner. Lucky Shot with the snipe is going to take it, and we're now completely equal, 10-10. We are completely equal. Lucky Shot has sniped Valmara by 100 of a second. Absolutely incredible. I'm in disbelief, and look at that. Goro, who made just one small, imperceptible mistake, just missed the flow a little bit in one corner. He finished that round dead last, 0.4 of a second behind. He didn't even crash. He didn't make a significant mistake. He just misjudged his flow in one corner. There is one way this map can be driven. It is perfect, and what we are measuring is how far away from perfect the players are. And if Goro is being asked right now, he is so close to perfection. 0.12 of a second away from Daddy 1, heading into lap number 2, but Raptor will not be dissuaded. He was the star on map number 1. He was not able to compete on map number 2, but it doesn't matter. Raptor currently in the lead, but look at the consistency from the combined team of FKX Platinum. These players are all masters of flat maps. It's just the consistency that has been lacking, but right now, this evening, they don't care about their previous misgivings. They don't care how many times they've failed. They have come here to take 3rd place from StormChasers, and they have every opportunity to do it because only Raptor is defending. There's only one corner left to go. Surely they cannot make a significant mistake at the very ending. Goro will turn in, Yuki will turn in, Lucky Shot will turn in, although Raptor wins the round. FKX will take it. 2 points, and FKX take the lead of the match 11-10. FKX are leading this match. FKX were 5 points behind. They were 2-7. At the end of map number 1, they're now in the lead, 11-10. This is a comeback, the likes of which I haven't seen in the longest time in the SNC. Never in a small final. And now, the worries for StormChasers. No! A touch of the wall at the beginning. The tilt begins to set in. So many consecutive rounds lost. But now Lucky Shot, immediately after being spectated, he will touch the wall, but he doesn't know. What he doesn't know is that due to Raptor's mistake, the round is still in favor of FKX Platinum. But now Yuki is actually in a very dangerous position. Yuki now has to defend himself against Valmara and Storm, 2 incredibly strong players who can take this for StormChasers. Remember, because of Goro's small release, he's now going to be suffering a little bit of a loss of flow. And Storm and Valmara will not be, so unless something happens in this lap, it's going to be very hard for him to catch up. Valmara, look at that, so much risk, but that's a perfect line. Absolutely spectacular. But now Goro moving up to 3rd place, and now Goro passing Storm and attacking Valmara, doing what he needs for his team, doing what is necessary for FKX to secure another point. I can't believe my eyes. FKX Platinum have taken complete control of this match. Yuki is uncontested, unrivaled, and Goro is looking to secure 2nd place as Valmara will not be able to do it. Goro turns in perfectly. It's another FKX Platinum round, the 3rd in a row on this map, and they are now breaking out into the lead. StormChasers have collapsed. StormChasers have collapsed. 12-10, the overall lead. FKX Platinum is beginning to develop a lead in this match. The most incredible success story. A team that we didn't even expect to make Division 1 is currently leading. They are currently 12-10 They're ahead of StormChasers in the match after trailing 5 points at the end of the first map. I am in absolute disbelief. And what has happened? Valmara has touched the wall. It is a disaster. StormChasers, they are nowhere. StormChasers, what is going on? Lucky Shot makes a mistake. This is the chance, the only chance, that StormChasers have to overhaul this round. Now Raptor and Storm have to mount an attack on Goro, and it's happening. Goro released just a small bit, and that was all that was necessary. Raptor carrying so much speed. He almost touched the outside Ramstein. Flirting with disaster. Goro needs to drive perfectly, but Yuki and Raptor so risky and too much risk. He got his walls on the outside Ramstein and he had to dislodge his car from it. And that's going to cost him pace. While Storm and Raptor are overtaking. Oh no, despite Valmara's mistake, StormChasers are going to take the round. No such thing as a free point in the small final of the Spring National Cup. But no, Raptor touches the wall and Storm is being overtaken by Goro. No, not again. Not at the end of it all. Storm looking to finish ahead of Goro, and Storm will win the round. What's going to happen in the end? It is a blue round. It is a blue round in the end because Raptor finishes 4th and Yuki reaches the finish line first. It's a 4th consecutive point for FKX Platinum. This flat map is a demolition. 4-0 the lead for FKX Platinum. We were even heading into this map, but it's not going to be even heading into the final map if this continues. StormChasers need to find their winning pace. They need to find the form from the qualifying rounds immediately. They are running out of rounds. If they keep losing, it's going to be terrible. Yuki now makes a mistake. StormChasers have to capitalize. Now or never. No time for warm-ups, no time for mistakes. Now you must convert the round. Goro and Lucky Shot to defend against 3 of the strongest players we have in NASCAR today, and Lucky Shot also makes a mistake. StormChasers have the opportunity of a lifetime. This is a sealed round in all but name. Storm is in the lead, Goro is not in first place, and nobody is there to contest. StormChasers have to secure this point. They have to keep FKX honest, or this is going to spiral out of control very quickly. But Goro not content to let them run. Goro has been the surprise of the Spring NASCAR Cup so far. He has been the clutch man for FKX Platinum on so many occasions. Can he possibly do the unthinkable? Is Lucky Shot there? No, Lucky Shot makes a mistake. It's a StormChasers round through and through. Goro competing until the very end. Goro might actually win. No, actually. StormChasers aced them with a pair of 115 zeros. And FKX Platinum finally, the winning streak brought to an end with 3 crashes. Finally, their aura of invincibility, their surge in pace has been halted. StormChasers are in this map. StormChasers are still in the match. 13-11 overall score in favor of FKX Platinum. Round number 6. 4-1 the map advantage for FKX. Match advantage now for FKX. And the pace advantage has been there for FKX. FKX are absolutely in the driver's seat now. And this is another opportunity for them. Storm has made a... Is that a hard mistake or a release? Just a release. 0.3 of a second. But 0.3 of a second on this map, it's an eternity. I've already said this before. This map is about perfection, and Valmara and Storm have already missed the mark in terms of perfection. Lucky Shot, however, he lets them back into the round. Lucky Shot, however, will regain control of his car in time to keep 5th position, but he cannot afford to make one such mistake again. And in fact, that mistake may end up costing them a round depending on what happens ahead of them. Lucky was even sliding out at the end there, but he does manage to stabilize his car, manages to make this corner, although just barely. Raptor and Storm fighting against Yuki and Goro. This can still go either way. This round is still not decided, but it will be now. As Raptor's in the wall, Yuki and Goro need to realize there is nobody contesting them. Yuki and Goro need to finish the safe lane. It's going to be another round for FKX. It's going to be disaster for StormChasers. And FKX, not a team that's going to throw away 3 points anymore. Yuki with an incredible 114.85. And that's the 5th point on the map for FKX, 14-11, the overall score. StormChasers have their backs against the wall. StormChasers are running out of time. They have to live up to the chasing portion because currently they are chasing FKX Platinum because they are behind. They threw a 5-point lead. And Storm touching the wall again. This is a disaster. This is an unmitigated disaster. StormChasers are crumbling before our eyes. A team that has literal SNC winners, a team with PTC finalists, a team with stars, is currently being beaten by the biggest surprise of the SNC overall. I can't believe I'm saying this, but FKX Platinum are looking to get a decisive lead in the third place match of the SNC. Their dream is possibly going to manifest right in front of them. They have an ace on the cards heading into lap number 2. This is everything they could have hoped for. This is the freest point they can hope for. They just need to finish. They need to look at the scoreboard. They need to tab and say, okay, drive safe. If we drive safe, we cannot lose now. This is not a map where you can gain 0.4 of a second like Raptor is doing right now. Raptor can try as hard as he wants, but it doesn't matter. They just have to play safe. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I should say, unfortunately for me for missing it, Lucky Shot didn't get my own, but no, Yuki touches the wall. That's not a throw that you can afford to do. What's going to happen with the round now? And Raptor touches the wall in the end. That's going to be a saving grace. That could have almost gone sour, but now FKX have map point. FKX have map point. FKX are going to win 2 consecutive maps. Map point FKX. I can't believe I'm saying this. They're leading 15-11. If they convert the first map point, they're going to have a huge lead heading into the final map. FKX, if they can convert map point now, if they can convert it quickly, if they can beat StormChasers while they're still down, while they're still reeling, they have everything they need to win the small final. And look at this. Pace in hand, but no, Goro slightly too aggressive. He's going to touch the wall. Touching the wall will basically put him out of this round. Yuki and Lucky Shot to defend. Yuki and Lucky Shot to defend, then no, it's not going to happen. Those are 2 touches of the wall, and StormChasers are going to deny the map point at the first time of asking. StormChasers with a free point given to them. FKX Platinum, a little bit too eager in the first time of asking. StormChasers now trying to convert this one cleanly. They need to do this. They need to have a good round where all players reach the finish line. They have the pace. Maybe they even overtake Yuki to get an ace. StormChasers need to reset their mental immediately. They do not have any time left in this match to make mistakes, and Raptor almost made one. Actually, no. Hold up. If Yuki makes a snipe at the end, this can still go very wrong, but it is Storm and Valmara to finish it, and it is a StormChasers round. They will stabilize, for now, 15-12 the overall score, and StormChasers are now fighting to equalize the match again. They want to win at least 2 to 3 more rounds to keep it close heading into the final map. FKX, they want to take advantage of an opponent that is completely deconcentrated. This is the worst that you will ever see StormChasers perform in a live setting. I just closed the team scores. Damn, I need the team scores back. Let's take a look at the points tally. The points tally doesn't tell the story of this map. Storm has the most points, and you would think that the point score is even, but FKX have been clutch time after time. FKX have been the one doing the snipes in the early rounds, and FKX have been punishing the mistakes in the late rounds. The points tally doesn't tell much, but what I can tell you is that Storm is gone and Goro and Yuki are leading. But no, Yuki, that was too risky. You did not need to take that risk. Unfortunately, he doesn't know that. The scoreboard, if he's even looking at it, doesn't tell the full story. And now Valmara versus Goro and Lucky Shot versus Raptor is going to be the battle that decides it. But Valmara, inside Ramstein touched, and now into the wall. Yuki will overtake. This is looking like the end of the map. Ladies and gentlemen, FKX are looking to win the second map in a row. They're looking to demolish StormChasers on the flat map. There is only 3 corners separate them from the end. And FKX, a team reborn, a team that faced adversity. Any previous iteration of FKX would have folded, but not this one. They convert 2 consecutive maps, and they have a huge lead heading into the final map. 2-7, 7-3, 7-2. FKX have a 4-point advantage heading into the final map. Jigsaw by Focus. FKX have a 4-point advantage. They can win the small final here and now. This is the greatest opportunity in the history of this team. This is the greatest opportunity for each of these players individually in their NASCAR career. And it all comes down to one final map. 20 seconds separate us between Jigsaw by Focus. Focus the mapper on playing for StormChasers right now. If StormChasers have what it takes to make this comeback happen, then this is the map to do it on. A map by one of their own players, and a map which suits their strengths as a team very well. But do StormChasers have what it takes anymore? Because StormChasers just lost 2 consecutive maps, 7-3 and 7-2. Are StormChasers still in the fight? Are StormChasers still there mentally? Are StormChasers still able to put the performance they did on map number 1? I don't know. Everything will be revealed shortly, but first, let's talk about this map. Focus for StormChasers, the mapper of this one, possibly even going to drive it for them. This map is a test of the line you choose to take. You can choose any line you want through these corners, and all of them have their pros and cons. You are always flirting with disaster with the outside Rammstein. It is your choice how much risk to take and how much you're willing to not risk. How safe can you be without losing your team to round? The players now have to make a decision. They are in an incredibly high pressure, high stakes situation. The final has come to a 4th map and both teams can still win. FKX, against all odds, have completed the comeback. They now lead by 4 points. StormChasers have to win hard in order to do something here. As a reminder to everybody, the score is 16-12 for FKX Platinum, who have completed a comeback from being 5 points behind to 4 points ahead over 2 maps. This map is about making a decision. Every corner is a decision. Every round is a decision. You have to decide how much risk you want to take. Do you want to go for that outside Rammstein? Do you want to go for the fastest line knowing that there's a chance that you will hit the outside Rammstein? The players in the highest pressure situation you can imagine now have to keep it calm, cool, and collected. Many would crumble under this pressure. Will this happen now? We'll see. Do FKX have what it takes to complete the most incredible SNC run imaginable for a team of their quality? Do StormChasers have what it takes to fight when they're down, when they've been taken the distance by a team that they didn't think was as strong as they was? A team that wasn't as strong as they were in the qualifying events. We'll see. We'll see who the teams choose to represent them. Remember, roster selection is everything. At any point, all 6 players on the server will do something incredible. Look at the Deddies. Devil with a Deddy free. He's only 3/100 of a second away from Deddy 1. Devil this evening, not been his evening. He hasn't really been the star carry. He's done well, but not well enough. This is the map where he can turn it around. Focus and Raptor, Deddy 9, Deddy 11, and Focus even is the mapper. If you take a look at the raw pace, StormChasers have a big advantage on this map. But it's one thing to look at the paper, and it's another thing to have to drive when you're 4 points down and you just got beaten 2 maps in a row by FKX. Here's a reminder to everybody how this is going to work out. FKX lead 16-12. If the teams are tied at the end of it all, we will play a decider map. We will play the first map again to decide the winner, and that is City of Evil by Stakey. This is a map that StormChasers won 7-2. But both teams can still win. No team has lost yet. This is still a game. And this has been the most exciting match of the SNC. I am confident in saying that. And let's look at its explosive ending. Devil and Focus in, Raptor and Storm out, Valmara will be their third. The Holy Trinity for StormChasers, their last chosen free. Yuki and Lucky Shot stay after the carry performance on map 2, Casper will be their third. And beginning this map, we already see a huge mistake by the mapper himself. Focus is out of the round. The mapper advantage not working out right now. But look at this, Casper and Yuki nowhere to be found. There have been 4 mistakes in half a lap. Both teams absolutely buckling under the pressure, and it is currently StormChasers who have the lead, and Devil is on a deady one. Devil had a deady one lap 1. He is driving 1/10 of a second away. Valmara safely flanking him in second place. No FKX player able to contest thanks to their mistakes. StormChasers have a free point in the back. They need to convert it. No room for late round mistakes. No room for any goofing around, and Casper makes one. Unfortunately, FKX off to a very cold start. Devil will make a small mistake. He'll release a little bit, but it won't matter. StormChasers secure the first round, but the pace definitely far away from what these players can do. And that is not the best start to map 4 that these teams could have wished for. The pressure definitely coming to them. 16-13 the overall score. 16-13 in favor of FKX. Round number 1 on this map comes to a close. The players, bit of an iffy start, but they won't let it get to them. They're looking to stabilize heading into round number 2, but Devil's pace is very concerning because none of the FKX players have a deady in Devil's range, and Devil was driving a deady 1 lap 1. If there was ever a time for Devil to have a superstar performance, this is the time. This is the time to prove why Devil chose to pursue his luck with other teams instead of FKX. This is the time for him to prove that his status as an individual star is vindicated in a team match, and FKX again have made 2 mistakes. FKX, they've gotten to the lead, but right now it seems like they're crumbling under the pressure at the final steps. Yuki and Devil fighting for first place. Casper with a disadvantage compared to Focus, 0.3 of a second behind. Lucky Shot is not in the round. These 2 battles will decide everything, but Focus has gone to the outside Ramstein. Casper now inherits 3rd place, and now if Yuki can snipe Devil, this will be a blue round. If Yuki can snipe Devil, and it is happening, Yuki navigates that corner incredibly well, and he's actually overtaken Devil. This round could go for FKX. This is a critical point for FKX. They must score this. Yuki and Casper don't even realize how difficult the situation is for them right now. Devil will go for it. Devil will try to snipe him at the very last moment, and Devil secures the snipe by 100 of a second. Devil secures it for StormChasers. A critical point. But wait a minute. Lucky Shot has actually come back from behind to overtake Focus, and it is a blue round. Despite Devil's heroics, Focus gives it up. Oh no. No, StormChasers will be ruining that. That's a critical round. That is a critical point for FKX. Every round FKX can take brings them 1 step closer to victory. Focus the mapper. They brought him in. He has been so consistent for them, but right now he's been dead last in 2 consecutive rounds. Devil has brought his A game, but it hasn't been enough. FKX, a miracle. A miracle. And at the end of it all, they secure a critical point. The overall score, 17-13. 17-13, the overall score. Every point that FKX gained brings them 1 step closer to victory. If they can secure just a couple more rounds, they will get it over the finish line and score the biggest victory of their lives against StormChasers. A team that could have been in the grand final. We were predicting it could have been possible after the first qualifying event. It looked like their consistency was incredible, but now, ironically, it's their consistency that has failed them at the end of it all. And Focus is dead last for the 3rd consecutive round. He needs to make a comeback happen now. This is his map. He needs to star on it if StormChasers want to come back at it, because right now it's a blue round. Valmara fighting for it all. Valmara needs to fight back or it is a blue round. Focus needs to fight back against Lucky Shot. He will be hoping for a mistake at the end of it all, and Valmara needs to overtake one of Yuki or Casper, but no. Instead, he touches the wall, and although Focus overtakes Lucky Shot, although Focus clutches up, it's not enough. It's a blue round thanks to Valmara's mistake. And FKX, they are so close to victory. They are tantalizingly close. 18-13. Soon, there will be nothing left for StormChasers to do. Soon, StormChasers will have nowhere left to run. Every round can be their last now. Devil has clutched up, but it hasn't been enough. Yuki and Casper have brought it together, and Lucky Shot has managed to snipe off a couple of back markers on occasion. The players are at wit's end. The end of a 5-week tournament. All of the pressure and expectations on each and every one of them to perform by their teams, by everybody watching them now. It all comes to a close here. StormChasers need to make the most miraculous comeback that we've seen so far happen. They have to now win round after round after round. They cannot let even a single extra round slip, or it will be the end of it all. Every mistake now can be a fatal mistake. There is nowhere left to run for them. And in this round, they look like they've done enough. Devil and Valmara with focus to anchor. So far, so good. But this map, nothing is decided until you're through to the finish line. So easy to touch the outside Rammstein. So easy to misjudge. Now that you're tired, it's already been 3 maps. Your focus is drained. Lucky Shot now completing a little bit of an overtake. Lucky Shot carrying a lot of pace, but if Devil and Valmara finish first and second, it will be for nothing. They are capable of finishing this one, and they will. StormChasers win a critical round. Critical round for them to win. 18-14 the overall score, but StormChasers, they need to keep winning. It's not enough simply to go even. StormChasers need to break away now, and they have to keep winning. If StormChasers win, StormChasers, to win without going to the decider map, StormChasers now need to win 5 consecutive rounds. StormChasers need to win 5 consecutive rounds to win outright. If they win 5 but not consecutively, it is at best a decider map. They're at a big disadvantage and they have to keep winning. There is no chance. You have to win on demand. The most difficult thing you can ask a NASCAR player to do. Devil with 23 points. He's giving his all. But Focus with only 6 is not enough, and Valmara has only gotten 15 on the board. It's an admirable effort, but not in this situation. In this situation, you need to go above and beyond. So difficult. So difficult to ask of any player, but this is exactly what they're being asked to do right now. In this round, everybody is competitive. Everybody is still in it to win it. Even the smallest mistake can seal the fate of StormChasers. FKX Platinum, if they can just clutch up now, they can be so tantalizingly close to victory. In fact, I think that if they win this round, they can at worst go to a decider. So close. Who will win it at the end of it all? Valmara defending the 3rd place. That 3rd place is critical. Devil's 1st place is critical. StormChasers cannot lose a single position. And Valmara has lost a position, but so has Yuki. And Focus is making the snipe, but he touches with the outside Rammstein. What's going to happen in the end? This round is impossible to tell. Yuki with a mistake. Who wins it in the end? It's a blue round. It's a blue round. At the end of it all, nothing separating the players, but FKX win. And with this, FKX are 1 round away from winning. FKX are 1 round away from winning the small final. 19-14. StormChasers need to win 5 consecutive rounds to force a decider. If StormChasers lose a single extra round, they have lost. The unthinkable upset has happened. StormChasers were leading 7-2 on the first map. They are now backs against the wall. Any round is a loss. And Devil has unfortunately touched the inside Rammstein. And look at FKX. They smell blood in the water. They know that this is it. This is what they've been hoping for. This is what they've been dreaming of. And now, through their effort, through their incredible clutch performances from every single member of their team, that dream will become a reality. They just need 1 round. 1 round separates them from glory. 1 round separates them from the bronze medal of the SNC. The highest finish any FKX team has ever done. And Yuki and Lucky Shot, they are daring to dream. Casper now in the lead as well, but StormChasers not to be discounted yet. Devil and Valmara are still competitive, but Focus has fallen back. Focus has fallen behind. This is a 3-on-2 advantage at the top of the field for FKX. This is it. Valmara has touched the wall. This is it. All they have to do is finish the round. All they have to do is finish. It is over. Ladies and gentlemen, the unthinkable comeback, the unthinkable result. FKX Platinum are your 3rd place team in the SNC 2024. Incredible. Incredible performance. The absolutely unthinkable. At the first map, I thought that this was going to be the same as always. That FKX can make it to these high matches, that they can bring their pace, but that they will crumble at the finish line. StormChasers were punishing their mistakes with ease. They were taking advantage of it. Raptor was looking insurmountable, but then FKX showed up to play. They absolutely turned it on, and they have completed the unthinkable comeback, beating StormChasers on 2 maps and now taking 4 rounds on a 3rd one as well to win the match. They are your 3rd place team in the SNC. And StormChasers, heartbreak at the end, They were doing so well against Power Rangers. They were doing so well at the beginning of the evening, but ultimately they fall and will finish 4th place. And for a team of this caliber, you have to think that they'll be disappointed. You have to think that they'll be wondering what went wrong. With all of this skill and experience, how could they lose? But NASCAR is merciless. And with so many skilled players at the top of the field, you cannot afford to slip. You cannot afford to have a bad day. You will not get any second chances. StormChasers will win this round, but unfortunately it is only cosmetic, as the match has already been sealed. Lucky Shot into the finish line. He can crash as much as he wants. He is celebrating. He's jubilant, ecstatic, because he has done what he has done the most incredible thing he's done in all of his years playing NASCAR. And after so many SNC appearances for these players, Goro with FCS, with Energy, with FKX, Casper and Lucky Shot, how many times have they been disappointed? Yuki, the player with so much promise, but who either didn't play or didn't make it happen. And now they are third in the SNC. They took 17 points against Peony Blue. They sniped Peony Orange by 1 point. They saw the hand that fate had dealt them. The 1 point that put them in Division 1, they took it with both hands and they never let go. And they might not be the overall winners of the SNC, but the amount of heart they displayed, the amount of pace, the raw skill, FKX have finally entered the echelon of the great teams in NASCAR with this performance. They can be so proud of what they've accomplished, and commiserations to StormChasers. Not working out for them in the end. They tried their damnedest. They were even looking like they might be in the grand final. They dealt Power Rangers a hard blow on some of the maps in their semi-final, but ultimately it was not meant to be. They will suffer 2 very close losses, and although now StormChasers are winning the rounds, it's too little, it's too late. FKX don't even need to finish. And these points are nothing but cosmetic. And at the end of it all, please stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Please stay tuned, as we will have the winners and losers interviews after this one. We will see if any of the players feel like discussing their performance tonight. We will try to see how this incredible match came to be, and something I really want to emphasize for everybody that tuned in to watch. This has been the most incredible match of NASCAR I've had the privilege of casting in all of the years that I've been doing this. Every player on this server gave it all, heart and soul today. And it has been an absolute pleasure both to watch and to bring it to you. Moving into the final rounds, let's see. Now the players are playing seriously again. Now that FKX have taken their victory lap, and maybe even 2 of them, we're gonna see what happens at the end. Will StormChasers at least take a second map, or will that not come their way either? Devil leading again with some very, very good pace. Focus finally competitive alongside him, and Focus did unlock some pace, but unfortunately, the first rounds are gonna haunt him, because those last place finishes in the first 2 rounds they were just what FKX needed to get past the finish line. It took him just a little bit too much to warm up. And that is all they needed to convert it. But now StormChasers leading the rounds. Not a team to be underestimated by any means. In the end, in the confusion, they lost a sniped round. But StormChasers now looking to win this map. At least they'll take that home. They are still fired up, willing to play. And we're heading down to the wire on the 4th map. As StormChasers take a 5-4 lead, taking advantage of some victory laps by FKX, but then now beating them in a serious round. And Devil has been very good on this particular map. I think he's going to be ruining that he didn't unlock some of that pace on map number 2. So I believe that was the map where they really needed him to give his utmost, but unfortunately, wasn't quite to be, as Lucky Shot and Yuki absolutely took map 2 and dominated it. Heading now into this round, you can see that the players are still showcasing the risky nature of this map. This really was a perfect map to end it on, with every player having to make their own decisions on how to tackle this map. And yeah, I think that if StormChasers were just a little bit more close heading into the fourth map, you can see that the FKX players are actually taking it quite safe on this map. And from the deadies, we also saw that StormChasers had a big advantage in raw base. I think the fact that they lost the flat map so badly was really what set them back, as they simply didn't have the rounds necessary to keep FKX from putting it across the line. Devil, oh my god. Nose forwards, outside Ramstein, sends him packing, and Yuki will probably take it. And with Devil's mistake, that means FKX will probably also take the round after Lucky Shot finishes in a 1:19.90. That is the fastest we've seen thus far. That is an incredible time from Lucky. That is, I believe, a personal best and a Deady 12. A huge personal best from Lucky Shot in live rounds, showing that he definitely has the pace, apologies. And also, Yuki has actually also placed a personal best in live rounds with a Deady 21, so FKX were stepping out, but yeah. StormChasers are going to have a lot of regret that map number 2 and map number 3 went against them as badly as they did. 5-5 now on this final map. And yeah, Goro mentioning that's a half-second PB by Lucky Shot. Well, judging by the amount of risk Lucky Shot has been taking, I am not surprised. He has absolutely been going balls to the walls now that he has secured the victory. And yeah, driving like a free man, exactly in his natural habitat. As this round actually also falling in favor of FKX at the end of lap number 1. Very close round, 5 players with only 1/10 of a second separating them. But Focus and Devil, actually both of them have a bit of a touch of the outside Ramstein. A small land bug with their front wheels, meaning that they're going to be falling behind. And well, FKX definitely capable of winning rounds on demand, it seems. And even though the victory laps are going to make it seem like StormChasers were close on this map, FKX actually looking to ace them. This will be, I think, the first FKX Platinum ace of the evening. Well, not quite, I guess, as Casper has touched the wall, sadly. No ace, but I think he doesn't care, since they just won the round. Devil with almost a snipe at the end, but Lucky Shot and Yuki secure it, and it's a map point that would mean that FKX Platinum win 3 maps out of 4. If they manage to bring this one home, they will win 3 maps. Definitely not what I was expecting at the end of the evening. And yeah, let's take a look. They aced the last round of Blitz's map. Very well spotted. Apologies for missing that. Yeah. Possibly the final round. Map point for a 3rd map in a row. FKX Platinum. And I can't wait to hear from these players. I really hope they have something to share with us on how they managed to make this happen, because man, this has been a performance. The performance of their life for so many of these players. Now, Yuki, Casper, and Valmara, all 3 of them make mistakes of varying magnitude. Yuki will fare the worst out of them. Neville in the lead, followed closely by Focus with Lucky Shot in hot pursuit, but not super close. Now he takes advantage of a mistake by Devil to surge into 2nd place, but Focus still holding the round. We will see what happens at the end. Lucky Shot now trying to come back, and I think Valmara and Yuki are still squabbling over the last place, but Devil has a big advantage over Casper. Still, unless Lucky Shot can make a snipe happen, it will be a red round. It will be a round for StormChasers, and it will be the final round of the map, of the match, of everything. Lucky Shot, very unlikely to make the comeback happen. I think Casper has also touched the wall hard, so yeah, StormChasers will force a deciding round. Very good time from Focus, 1:19.95, second fastest time, and only the second 1:19 of the evening. The pace, unfortunately, too late to matter. And the final round to put a cap on what has been a spectacular evening. We will now watch this final round, congratulate the players one final time, go into the interviews, and after that we will raid Remavik, who is now streaming the Division 2 Grand Final, PNE Orange versus DGF. We will be taking it from the interviews directly into that match, so you don't miss any of the wonderful SNC action we've had so far. And now, one final round to decide who wins the 4th map of the evening. Will it be 2-2 in maps, or will FKX take a 3rd map? a third map in a row, yet to be seen. Casper with a big mistake. I do think StormChasers are poised to take it. StormChasers will reduce the bitterness of the loss. Lucky Shot now also out, and StormChasers may have an ace to end it all as Casper retires, Lucky Shot retires. StormChasers will win this map 7-6. They will win it in an ace. And the final score is probably also, and the final score can also be decided then, so that will be, apologies, let me just make sure I've counted this up properly. It'll be 22-19, 2-7, 7-3, 7-2, 6-7. As 7, 9, 12. No, what am I saying? This isn't correct. And Focus with a 1:19.73. That is the fastest we've seen so far, and an incredibly wonderful time to finish it off, but it's not gonna help him much. And that's the end of it all. Two 7, 7-3, 7-2, 6-7. And with that, it's the end of it all. And we will be heading into the interviews, which will be in the live stream channel of the Trackmania NASCAR Discord. If anybody from the players tonight would like to join, please do. And let's hear your thoughts on what, in my opinion, is the best NASCAR match of the Cup so far. The best one of the year and the best one I've seen in a long time. So, I am waiting for the players in the live stream channel. If you would like to share a couple of thoughts about tonight, please do. I would love to hear from some of the FKX Platinum players. If they're not too busy celebrating, of course. As we get it to a close, and GG's in the chat. GG's indeed. That was a match for the ages. We're waiting for the players to see their thoughts on this absolute spectacle of a match. As a reminder, I'm waiting in the Trackmania NASCAR Discord voice chat if you would like to join. We'll wait for the players 2 to 3 more minutes, and if not, we will raid Reyma, and we will go all watch the Division 2 Grand Final of Peony Orange versus DGF. As, yeah, Goro's in the waiting room, and Goro, if you would like to join me, please do, man. A legend himself in the voice chat. Hello, hello, Goro. Do we hear each other?
Hello.
And congratulations, man, on not just a victory, a third place finish in the SNC, the first for you personally and for FKX as a team, but also an incredible comeback. You were trailing 2-7 on the first map. Tell me, what happened at the beginning of map 2? How did you manage to bring it back?
Well, I guess we're just really good on flat maps. We struggled on the first map, kinda like last week. We needed the first map to get into the match, to get warmed up. And once we got into the second map, we started to play like our true self. And we just show them how good we can be on flat maps.
Exactly. And for you, in the match, was there a moment where you finally thought and realized, hey, we're winning this? We have a chance to finish this?
Yeah, when I looked at the lineups for the third map, I was thinking, if we play well, it's over on this map. I think it was their weakest lineup on the third map, and we had a great lineup, great map for us. So we just had to close it on this one, and we kinda did. And we just had to get the final points on the last map.
And here you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the confidence of a winner, the mentality of a winner to not only be looking to do well but knowing that you can win, I think what a beautiful way to see the change in the entire team. You know, from the first event where you were just pleasantly surprised, wondering how it's gonna end up, then sniping Peony Orange by 1 point to get into Division 1, and now winning third place. It really has been a journey.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, at first, I didn't even think we would get first division after the first event because we didn't play that great on a round in the qualification event. But with the TA event, we kinda climbed back in the leaderboard and we clutched it up on endurance, and then we kinda had the momentum our way, and we just kept going at it, and we won when it mattered.
Exactly. You clutched up when it mattered with an absolutely incredible performance. I guess that's all of the questions for me. I will let you celebrate with your teammates in peace. Maybe if you have one final word to your teammates, to everybody watching.
Yeah, well played, boys. Nice job. We played well. GG to everyone in SCH. Great match. And thanks to everyone that watched. Bye, everyone.
And there we have it. We heard from Goro, a member of the winning FKX Platinum team. If any other players would like to join me, I am in the waiting room. If not, then we will be headed for the Division 2 Grand Final. If any StormChasers players would like to share their thoughts, or if not, that's also fine. I will be waiting for a couple more minutes and then we will be heading out. The opportunity's still there, take it quick. And we may be joined by more players from FKX Platinum soon, and indeed, here in chat with me, Lucky Shot and Yuki, two more members of the winning team. How does it feel to be third place in the SNC?
It fits really good, I guess. Didn't expect that.
And
Kind of unbelievable.
Yes, today was very surprising, I think.
yeah, and I guess I'll ask you the same question actually that I asked Goro. What happened between maps 1 and 2? It felt like it was more of the same, you know, the same thing we've seen in previous years on map number 1, and suddenly you woke up and you never let go. What happened between these maps?
Maybe lucky you talk, I didn't drive.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I came in with a pretty confident state of spirit, let's say. So even though I saw the first map being 2-7, I thought, okay, we just recover it by winning 2 points on every map, on every next map. So it's actually not a big of a deal being in that place, 4 points behind.
Yeah,
So
actually,
yes, we were confident, I think, and it paid off pretty much.
And we had a really good day today. I have to say, everyone had a really good pace. It wasn't that, I think it wasn't SCH, I don't know if I pronounced it right. The pace was there, but I think everyone had a really, really fast pace today.
Yeah, and I was just about to say, it is actually the two of you that put up a ridiculous performance on map number 2 to begin the comeback. You were first and second in points, respectively. You're in a server with, you know, SNC winners and PTC finalists like Raptor Storm, and you absolutely demolished them. How does that feel, you know? Do you think you'll be doing that more often?
Hopefully.
Yeah, we hope so. Next year, maybe it will be even better. Not sure what chance we would have against teams like Dream Team or PNE Orange,
But I think we have
PNE Blue, sorry.
but we have to train, I guess, some more consistency. We all have the pace, but we do a lot of mistakes other players don't do. So I guess that's our biggest problem.
Yeah, and this has really been a
Yes.
breakout tournament from you, just in terms of pace and consistency. I think every single one of you has just shown a completely new level. And also the confidence I'm hearing in these interviews is also something that I don't think was there previously, or at least we never heard it before. So wonderful to see. Maybe, I guess the final question, is there anything you would like to say to everybody who is currently listening? Any final words after a very successful SNC campaign?
Good luck to all other players, I guess, that still have to play tomorrow.
And yeah,
And have fun. Looking forward to next tournament.
and I guess actually one more question did come to mind. It's a question actually for both of you. We used to be teammates 5 to 6 years ago, in case you remember. And you've all been
Sure.
competing for years now, and finally you have been, I think, rewarded in an incredible way, you know. How does it feel now looking back on all those years? Was the journey worth it?
For me, sure. I mean, while being in energy, at least I've never, I could never drive SNC with NRG. SNC 2019 didn't happen, so yeah, so that was it from me by in NRG. But yeah, we waited kind of 4 years for SNC to come on TMNF, and I think we did a great job.
Yeah, I think as well it was really worth it. I'm very happy I didn't quit Trackmania on BFNL 22, I think. After that, I was really mad at this game, but I think it was worth it a lot.
Exactly. A story
Yes.
of so much hardship, and finally the reward has come. Enjoy and celebrate this. Spend the cash prize wisely, and unless any of you have anything else to say, I think that'll be it for this interview at least. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, and go enjoy.
Thank you very much.
A very
Thank you.
well-deserved victory.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Have
you
a
for the
nice
stream as
evening.
well.
Likewise.
Yeah, thank you for streaming very much. Really great.
It's an absolute pleasure to cover action at this level. That being said, unless a StormChaser wants to show up and give an interview as well here in the waiting room with me, I'll wait for a couple more minutes. I will be skipping to the grand final of Division 2, which is between Peony Orange and DGF, the 5th place match in the overall SNC, and the fight for the crown of Division 2. And we do actually have a StormChaser with us here with me. A legend in his own right. Devil, my man.
Yeah, what's up, Deft?
How does it, well, I'm not going to ask how does it feel, because I can already guess the answer to that question, but,
I mean, it's a bit of a 50-50. I mean, it sucks to lose, but I mean, at least it was a fun match, I would say. I mean, it was close all the way throughout, so.
I think
Not much
both
to say.
teams, yeah, showed a very remarkable level of pace, and I think it is the most competitive match we've seen this year overall.
Yeah.
Can you maybe, I don't know, were there even, sorry, I've lost my voice casting all of these days, a match this exciting, but what I was gonna ask is, was there a point in this match where you kind of felt, wait, what's going on? We were beating them so easily on map number 1. What's going on now?
I mean, I don't think it was that crazy. I mean, I knew they were fast. I mean, it's Casper, Lucky, Yuki, Goro, Kans. I mean, I know all of them. They all have pace, so I wasn't too surprised. I mean, I was hoping we would do better on map 2 at least. But yeah, at least for my part, I just crashed too much because the line that I had practiced just was suddenly not working after 3 rounds, and then I was not confident anymore. And yeah, they took advantage of that, and that was really a good job by them. Especially Yuki and Lucky were insane, I think.
Yeah, on map number 2, they really put a number, but I want to touch on the point that you said, the line that you practiced was kind of not working out for you. I think
Yeah,
I felt, at least watching it, that all of these maps had a very, very small margin for error. I felt like, you know, just the smallest mistake can basically lose you the round against an opponent that strong.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the 2 maps, I think the Blitzer map and the focus map both had pretty safe lines that you could drive if you wanted to. But the first map and the the first and the second map were pretty tough to drive consistently, without having to risk if you wanted to have pace, because there were certain sectors where you needed super exit speed or you would lose a lot.
Yeah,
And
and
yeah, I just didn't really practice the second map enough, I think, since I had a line that suddenly didn't work. So yeah, happens.
perhaps, I think it's interesting that you mentioned that it is actually the last two maps that should have been the most consistent ones, because it feels like in the match itself they really weren't all that consistent. Do you think that's just, you know, pressure in the heat of the moment, I guess?
Yeah, I think especially the last map was just pressure. I think actually the last map can be driven really consistently every round. At least I felt pretty confident in my own driving, that I could probably drive low 120, even maybe 119 if I wanted to every round on that map. And the third map was the flat map by Blitzer. And the thing about a flat map is just that even if the line can be safe, there's just so much pressure because the round is closed that even the slightest mistake that you push too much and go over a ram or something, then you would just risk the bug and then you can die. And that's just pressure, I think. I think if there was no pressure, I think most players could drive map 3 rather consistently. But
Yeah, and ultimately, in the end, I think after, unfortunately, it was already too late. All of the StormChasers posted very, very impressive times on map number 4. In fact, some of the fastest times we've seen all SNC long, and some incredible daddies, but unfortunately, it was a little bit too late. I guess the final thing I was going to ask is, if I know this is a very difficult thing to ask after a loss, but is there maybe something you would like to say at the end to your teammates, to anybody that's watching? You wanna
yeah,
let them know that
sure.
you'll be back stronger for next time?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I want to say congrats to FKX. I mean, they're my brothers from back in the days, and still are, I would say. I mean, I still love them the same as always, and they drove a great match today and deserved the win for sure. No doubts about that. And then I want to say thank you to my StormChasers teammates. I mean, we had fun the entire tournament. Never really had any bad points with them. I mean, we had fun practicing on the server. It was just fun driving with them. Positive attitude the entire way through. So really fun SNC throughout, and we ended on a bad note, but hey, it's what happens. It was a great match, so yeah, I look forward to next tournament, whatever happens, and I just love playing NASCAR and Trackmania, and that's all there's to say
You
to that.
you couldn't have said it any better, and yeah, gracious in victory, sportsmanlike in defeat, and this has been an absolutely incredible match, and it has been incredible to hear from everybody involved.
Yeah, I mean,
How it
you
was
and them
like to
have,
put out what really was, in my opinion, the match of the year, the match of the SNC so far, and absolutely an all-time must-watch.
yeah,
Uh,
I hope we will get done over tomorrow, but we will see. I mean, you and Rema have been insane presenting the entire SNC so far, and it's been great organization. So
yeah,
just very fun
I
to
really
watch.
hope the grand final will deliver as much as you have, but you guys have set an incredibly high bar indeed.
I'm glad
Getting
to
a
hear
match
that.
more exciting than this one is going to be very, very difficult. With that being said, I think it is time for us to wrap up this evening.
Yeah.
We will be headed on because while this incredible fight is over, there is another one raging as we speak. Peony Orange and DGF fighting for the 5th place, the crown of Division 2.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah,
I
okay. Well,
will be raiding Rema. We will be joining him on his stream. I encourage you all to come watch him, to come show him some support ahead of the grand final tomorrow. The man has been streaming for hours starting from 7. Please be sure to, give him those hydrates, show him all the support you possibly can. And thank you so much first for all of the interviews. Thank you for putting on an absolute show. Thank you to everybody who tuned in, who chatted. You made this an amazing tournament, and let's watch its amazing conclusion together. Thank you all so, so much, and we will be moving to Rema's stream right now. Take good care of each other, and goodbye.